What is up, KB Squad, and how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. What I got for you guys is... Damn, I lost my train of thought. What I got for you guys is Donald Trump Conspiracy Theories by Shane. Now, before I get into his video, make sure to go check out his channel after this one. He has awesome conspiracy theories and much more. All that good stuff on his channel. Make sure to go check it out. Press that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't did so already. It really helps me out a lot. So not further ado, KB Squad. I know off the bat, guys, this video is gonna be hella funny and kind of, you know, spooky or something like that. So hopefully nothing happens to Shane, because, you know, he always exposing people. So not further ado, KB Squad. This video contains conspiracy theories about President-elect Donald Trump. They should not be taken as real.
Guys, yes, today we're gonna be doing conspiracy theories. And today we're gonna start with what everybody's been requesting and what I have been researching like a fucking crazy person. And that is Donald Trump conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to start with a theory that is probably the most popular about Donald Trump, and the one that's honestly the most believable. That is that he is in the Illuminati. Okay, so obviously people think Donald Trump's in the Illuminati because he's powerful, he's rich, he's famous, and now
powerful,
he's president,
rich,
which nobody saw coming. People said there must have been something else going on. How did he get elected? Or maybe it wasn't the people that elected him. Maybe it was the other members of the Illuminati. So here are just a few pieces of proof and evidence to show that he really is. So first is the hand signal that he does all the time. So the hand signal I'm talking about is this. So we've talked about this before. Jay-Z and Beyonce have both done this in concerts, and this symbolizes 666, which is the sign of the devil. And Donald Trump has done this hand motion in pretty much every speech, on every talk show.
Does he do that like, didn't he do that before he was famous?
He's in public. So that's not the only hand signal he's done that shows that he has some relation to the devil. He also does this a lot. So this V-shaped symbol is another sign that you worship the devil. There are pictures that go back in history of different devil worshippers doing that sign. And guess who else does that sign?
Why are you looking at it?
I know a lot of people.
Why are you looking at it, huh? Why are you looking at your hand?
But this next hand signal that he does all the time is really fucking creepy. So Donald has been seen and photographed doing this numerous times.
The peace sign?
Thinking, Shane, that's just the number 2.
Oh, man.
Yes, it is. But
he just throwing a peace sign up.
So what this means is the opposite of this. So this is the universal sign for peace. And what's the opposite of peace? And if there's anything Donald Trump loves, it is not happy.
That is weird.
Okay, so this next thing isn't really a theory, but I thought I would.
That's weird.
Because it's fucking terrifying. So as you guys know, Nostradamus has predicted a bunch of things about the universe. And his predictions were made way back in the 1500s. And some historians are saying that he predicted Donald Trump winning the presidency, and also that that will be the start of the end of the world.
What?
Okay, so here is the quote from Nostradamus. The great shameless audacious baller, he will be elected governor of the army. The boldness of his contention. So obviously people think that he is referring to Donald Trump, and he's referring to him winning presidency. Nostradamus also said that there were going to be 3 antichrists throughout history, and the third one would create the end of the world. And people think that the first antichrist was Napoleon, the second was Hitler, and now the third could be Trump. Now, if you don't know much about the Antichrist or the Bible, I'll give you a really quick breakdown. The Antichrist is basically a guy that comes into power, spreads a lot of negativity, a lot of hate, gets a lot of people on his side, and then pretty much goes to war and blows up the whole world.
Wow.
What happened in the Bible, which is what Nostradamus is saying will happen. And with some of the things Trump has said, and also the fact that he's mentioned nuclear war, I'm just saying.
I don't know, guys.
So not only Nostradamus predicted Donald Trump winning presidency, The Simpsons did too. Now this one you've all seen going viral these last couple weeks.
Right.
It's fucking crazy. So in the year 2000, The Simpsons had an episode where Donald Trump was the president. And there's literally moments in that episode that happened in real life now. So here's a clip from The Simpsons of Donald Trump going down the escalator during their campaign. Check it out.
That's insane.
Now here's a clip of that same exact thing happening 16 years later in real life. It literally is the same shot. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
I know, fucking crazy.
Donald Trump must watch The Simpsons.
It looks like the Simpsons version was made after. Like they saw that happen and then they just drew it. Because it was exact. Now, if your mind isn't blown yet, just watch the clip side by side. Now, there is a person on the top of the escalator holding a sign, and he drops it. And it happens in the cartoon and in real life. Watch. That's
what?
Like, how the fuck does that?
How?
Like,
oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Also, in that episode, Donald Trump leaves the presidency, and then Lisa takes over as the first female president, and she looks a lot like Hillary Clinton.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
So does that mean that's gonna happen? Because the Simpsons have predicted everything else. But this isn't the first time The Simpsons has done this. They've literally predicted so many things that have happened. In an episode in 1995, there was a guy talking to his watch that looked just like an Apple Watch. Then in one episode, the crazy scientist guy made like these hamburger earmuffs, which became a thing like 10 years later. Even I wore them.
What? I didn't even know about those things. Boy, I'm late, boy.
Virus in 1997. Just look at this picture of Marge holding up a book that says the Ebola virus on it. And then look at this clip of Bart holding a magazine that has the Twin Towers on it, and it says...
What is with The Simpsons, y'all?
I don't know. I mean...
Yo, this is creepy. I don't know if I should watch The Simpsons anymore if they gonna be showing all of these,
the government,
you know, these conspiracy theories type of stuff, you know?
Getting away from Trump and all of that stuff. Let's talk about something that I had no idea was happening, and then when I learned about it, I could not stop falling down holes. So we're gonna talk about chemtrails. Okay, so if you don't know what chemtrails are, basically it's a theory that the government is flying planes over us and dropping off chemicals or fumes or things in the air that they're not telling us what it's for, but it could actually be hurting us or fucking up our planet. So if you guys have ever walked outside and
I never figured out what a chemtrails were for,
like
man.
White strands.
Yeah, what is that
like
for?
It looks like the plane just flew by. But then sometimes you see like 2 strands going in an X shape, or like 5 strands, or just like
I've never seen 5 strands, but I've seen 2 strands.
Well, I always assumed, oh, that's just like from the planes. And
maybe guys,
planes are
not over here. No, no, no.
Why? Then when you look on a normal commercial plane, it doesn't let out a huge fucking white line. So what kind of planes are doing that? Well, the theory is that the government is having these planes drop dangerous chemicals out of the sky in those white lines, and it could be causing psychological manipulation. It could be killing off weak people, kind of like population control. It could be making us sick or giving us diseases, because the biggest business in the USA is medicine. So if they want that business to thrive, we have to be sick. Another theory is that they're trying to change the weather with these chemicals. Basically, none of it's good. And the government hasn't talked about this at all. And when people ask about it, they say, oh, it's just from planes. It's just, you know, smoke. Really? Ever since it started happening, more and more people are getting cancer. More and more people are dying. More and more people are going fucking crazy. And more bad shit's happening in the world. Maybe it's because we're slowly getting our fucking brains poisoned by this shit that's falling out of the sky. I know, I sound
like, what is the point of those things?
Proof and evidence that this could be real. So there's a woman named Rosalind Peterson. She's the president and co-founder of the Agriculture Defense Coalition in California. So here's her in a big meeting talking about what is going on and how she thinks that there's some shady shit going down.
One of the things that is affected by climate change is agriculture. But some of what we are seeing is man-made, but man-made in a different way than you may guess. Weather modification programs, experimental ones done by private companies, done by the United States government, done by states across the United States, are underway. There's more than 50 of them in operation across the United States.
I mean, she sounds very smart, and she sounds like she knows what the fuck she's talking about. I mean, just look at her here really breaking this shit down.
Rosalind Peterson sees chemtrails.
I designed this poster as a jet contrail index to show the different types of contrails that people are seeing in the skies. And these different types of persistent contrails, I have questions about. Why these formations? Why different dispersion rates? Why do we have X's? Why do we have long parallels with wisps coming up? These persistent
and that's somebody with like a good amount of like seating.
What's actually going on?
I know. Kind of makes sense when you see people like her explain it.
Right.
Not just scientists and specialists that have come out and said that there's something shady going on. A lot of celebrities have been talking about it too. Just look at this interview from the late Prince where he brought it up on TV. Check it out.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time, and so oh, that's cool. A jet just went over, and then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing and you didn't know why. Okay, and and you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting.
Yeah, so his theory is that it actually can fuck up your brain and make you act a certain way. Maybe make people hate each other, maybe start wars. I don't know.
What?
That sounds kind of crazy.
Yo, I'm staying inside that is final, guys.
Jenner. Now, I'm kind of surprised by this. I don't know that much about Kylie Jenner, but hearing about this makes me really like her. So she went on Twitter and Instagram and pretty much all her social medias and started talking about the conspiracy and how she thinks there's some shit going down. Just look at this picture that she
Kylie Jenner.
Let's ask ourselves, why do I see 75 planes spraying white stuff into the sky on my 15-minute drive to work? Who pays for this and why is it happening? Is something being exterminated here? Is that something me? Does this have anything to do with why honeybees are dying off really fast? Why are some days normal with no planes spraying and other days are like this? Who's responsible? What effect will this have on our health and our children's future? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? And am I the only one who sees this? No, you are not the only one that's been seeing this. A lot of people have, and now I am seeing it too. I literally went outside today and I looked up and I saw like 4 of them, and I was just like, why? What the fuck is it for? I don't know, but...
That's crazy, guys.
So this
oh
next
my god.
conspiracy, it's kind of dumb, but the more I read it, the more I was like, oh, this is kind of fucked up. This is actually kind of true. Okay, so the theory is that Dora the Explorer is mentally challenged and schizophrenic. Okay, so let's start with the mentally challenged.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of people think she has Down syndrome and
figured
hydrocephalus,
that.
which is a buildup of fluid in the brain,
Right.
which causes the head to be bigger than usual.
Right.
If you look at Dora, she definitely has a bigger head. than
Big
usual.
old head. I'm
She
talking
also
about
speaks
head
3 times louder than
gigantuous.
pretty much everybody else in the show, and she obviously has ADHD because she literally can't remember anything. She's always
Right.
asking the map things like 5 times, and she's constantly distracted. Also, theorists think that the monkey, her friend, is actually her guidance monkey. Kind of like how people have, you know, a dog to help them walk around if they're blind. She also wears a yellow bracelet that some people think is a tracking device so she doesn't get lost. And they also think she has schizophrenia because she's constantly talking to an audience that's not there. I know, it sounds crazy, but honestly,
It kinda makes sense.
Being schizophrenic and you like watch this clip, it's kind of interesting.
Hi, I'm Dora. What's your name? What's your name?
I know, the whole thing is
Bro, you
crazy
being weird,
and
bro.
stupid, but after I heard all of those conspiracies, I like tried to watch an episode and it freaked me out too much. I was like, oh my god, what if that's what this show really is? It's about this girl who's like lost and she has brain damage and she's talking to herself. Like, it definitely put the show in a different perspective.
Right.
It's definitely probably not true. But this next kid show theory is not that funny and actually very disturbing. So if you haven't heard of it, there's a show on Nickelodeon called Bella and the Bulldogs. Now the theory is that this show is secretly about the cuckold fetish. So an example of cuckold, if you don't know what it is, basically when like big black guys are having sex with white women in front of their like nerdy white husbands. It's a pretty big fetish. One of the biggest.
Let me find
trends.
out Jay, you watch porn, bro.
You probably think
Let me start
that
out.
porn have anything to do with the
Watch- that's your
Nickelodeon
fit.
show, and that's where it gets weird. So the man who wrote Bella and the Bulldogs, Jonathan Butler, also wrote a softcore porn called The Cuckold. And supposedly there's a lot of themes in that movie that are also in Bella and the Bulldogs. So in the porn videos, the black man who's having sex with the white wife is referred to as the Bull. And what is the show called? Bella and the Bulldogs. Also, the show has a lot of references to bulls, which is weird because the mascot is a bulldog, which is not a bull. But there's one episode where Bella is blindfolded and led into a basement where she has to slap a bull. There's also a scene where Bella is tied to a chair while the man is standing next to her, which is literally just like what happened in the guy's movie, The Cuckold. Look at the pictures side by side. So in the show, there's this nerdy white boy who is in love with Bella. But Bella is in love with the athletic African-American kid. And throughout the series, the nerdy white boy is getting humiliated constantly, and then Troy, the African-American kid, always comes out on top and always looks kind of
Yo,
like
you can say black kid, Shane.
which is
It's all good, bro.
literally what happens in the cuckold porns and in the cuckold movie. Also, there's just random little things like in the show that you can catch. For example, you can see this boy jumping onto a froyo machine and picking between chocolate and vanilla and deciding to go with the swirl. Also, there's a scene where you see Bella and then an African-American teacher, and then behind them is a poster of a white baby with a big red X over it. There's just a lot of things in the show that kind of near
Like, unnecessary, yeah.
And here's the thing, people aren't mad saying like, oh, it's weird that this white girl has a black boyfriend. Like, that's not the thing. It's not like a racist thing. If anything, I think it's great that the lead character on that show is black and he's with a white girl. I think that's fucking awesome. What's weird is that the guy who wrote it, one of his only other credits is a porn about a black guy who fucks a white girl in front of her nerdy husband, and it's a fetish. I don't know, it seems kind of fucking...
What?
Way too much to be a coincidence. Well, this started to go viral, and then the writer came out on Facebook and posted this. Hi kids, great news! Nickelodeon's Nick logo is changing to kink. Look out for new shows like SpongeBob Latex Pants and Subboy and Dom Dom with a picture of a logo that says kink. Now if you don't know, kink is another sexual fetish term in the porn world. Now this post was deleted pretty much right afterward, which makes me wonder if it's even real, it could be fake. But obviously the writer has a sense of humor about it.
KB Squad, sorry about that, my camera shut off. I did watch the full video, so don't go crazy like, you didn't watch the full video, Kwesi. I watched the full video where they think the universe implanted memories into our head, that they believe that the memories that we have before are fake and we don't, it's not real, it's not true, that the universe could have been created like last week or something, that everything could have been fake around us, guys. That's crazy, Shane. Oh my gosh. But if you guys like this reaction, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more videos, leave your request in the comment box below. I gotta stop watching these Shane videos, guys. I feel spooked out because he's like, he digs deep for conspiracy theories, guys, and it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing stuff, but man, it's scary. It's so scary. It makes you think. Makes you open your brain up, you know, open up your mind to like ideas and new ideas of like, is this just really happening? Don't think on it too hard. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.